Hey guys, welcome to your Adventure Compass. Today we're in Novi, Michigan at the Suburban Showcase Center, and we're here at the MARVAC RV and Camper Show. And right here behind me they had this banner explaining what is MARVAC. It is the consumer resource, industry advocate, RV show producer, and RV and campsite publisher. Alright guys, inside they've got this little QR code right here, and if you guys want to scan that, you can see what the layout looks like, see who's here, take a look at all the exhibitors. We picked up a paper map they had over here on the table. They've also got some coloring sheets for kids. So we're all set. We're going to head on in. Now, as you guys can see, there is a lot to see here as far as campers and RVs go. It is a very big show. This is a very big location, and I believe they use every square foot of the space here. So we're going to go check out all of them. And what we're going to do is we're going to go counterclockwise, starting down here and work our way down to the opposite end down there. Now there's all kinds of different campers here. We'll probably see a few pop-ups, not too many, because pop-ups are kind of on their way out and a lot of manufacturers are no longer making those. One of the other things that we probably will see is some campsites will be here showing off what they have, their amenities, trying to get people to come out and go camping at those. They also have this photo opportunity set up right over here. It looks like we're going to be starting down at this end, and this one here is a retro Riverside RV, and it's very small and compact. Take a look in here. There's a looks like a little love seat that converts to a bed here, and over here we've got another bed. There's some storage up above, and right next to it got a microwave, a sink, and a stove. This would be fine, I think, for 1 or 2 people. There's some overhead storage here, radio, refrigerator here in the back, and I believe right here is, yes it is, there's a bathroom here. It's a very small bathroom, very cramped. There's even a tiny little shower with a overhead skylight and a vent right above here. Very small, very compact, but it does have pretty much everything you would need. One more thing I just noticed is that there is a rooftop AC unit, so this would pretty much have everything you need for 2 people, maybe even 3 if you really want to be cramped. I don't know where you'd put your luggage though, or your clothes. And the outside of this one also has an awning. They've got some info over here. Let's take a look. This one is sale priced at $16,840, and right here is the specs on this particular camper, telling you the dry weights and whatnot. And over here is all of the outdoor hookups. Got your furnace area over here, water heater, water input, city water. There's also an external shower, and over here I noticed on the other side it's open. I think this one's locked. This is pass-through storage, goes underneath that bed inside. Just noticed this one right next to it is also a retro Riverside RV, and it's sold, and its asking price was $23,400. And this one comes with an outside grill or griddle. There's one right here, and a couple more down this way. And they get bigger as you go. Just taking a quick peek inside the window here on this one. Looks quite a bit bigger. Bed's up front, a little extra space. Kitchen's a little bit bigger. Got your dining table here, and the bathroom in the back. And this one across the way is quite a bit bigger. A little too big for what I need. This one looks similar to the first one we saw, $19,350. Also, back entrance, no side entrance on these, and it looks almost identical. I don't see much of a difference, maybe some color differences, but aside from that, oh, Big difference on the outside. This is the, I believe the Azdale is what they call this material. It's supposed to last a lot longer. The other one said it had Azdale, but it was more like a aluminum, much like this one behind me here. I don't know, that could be something else too. Maybe it's not aluminum, maybe this one's plastic. Over here inside this one, I really like the colors that are in this one. The flooring has that wood, barnwood look to it, kind of. Lots of grays and dark browns. Over here along the front wall, got that same pattern going. Nice grays on the seats. But I'm not a fan of the layout in this particular trailer. Looking over this way is the kitchen area. Not bad. Up above me, air conditioner. And in the back is a larger bed and a couple of windows, a little bit of overhead storage there. And right here, the bathroom. Bathroom is small, and there's a shower as well. Now guys, in case you're wondering, we do have something we're interested in as far as the layout goes for a camper. We haven't picked that out yet. It's probably going to be a couple years before we go ahead and move on that. We're kind of waiting because we don't want to pay for the camper and a place to store it. We're looking for a new place and a place that would be able to accommodate storage of the camper. So until then, we're going to stick with our pop-up for just a couple more years. And right over here, some smaller campers again. This one is called Sunray Classic. And it is curved at both ends, very rounded. It does have some pass-through storage in the back area underneath the bed. Now the inside does have that classic teal color, and if you look, the dinette is in the front. And it's got some older, looks like almost reclaimed wood. I'm sure it's not reclaimed, but it's got that look to it, more like a natural pine or something. And there's a couple more of these type of trailers. This one says Sunlight Classic, and this one's a little bit different. It's got rear entry on this one. Also has that same pine look on the inside. Very cabin-like inside there. One other thing I noticed about this camper is that it has awnings on not only the side, but also on the back, which is very convenient if you need extra shade, or if you are in a spot where the shade is not providing shade because the sun has moved. This is kind of good. You get it on both sides so you can open up the other awning and not have to resituate your camper. It's also nice when you come in and it's raining. Looking across the aisle here to this bigger camper, much larger, and has an entrance in the front and the back. And if you look here, it's got an outdoor kitchen area where you've got the pull-out griddle. We're not going to pull that out. It says don't touch. But that pulls out. You've got a griddle to cook on there. And you've got a little mini fridge right here where you can keep things warm, and maybe a little place to put your stuff while you're cooking, a little prep area. And down below is your propane hookup. Right, heading on to the inside of this one. As soon as you walk in, there's a like a barn-style door here that slides, and I noticed there's also a closet right after the entry, which is kind of nice, almost like you're at home. And then inside this has a slide-out, and the slide-out makes this pretty good size. Looking around in here, got a comfortable 4-person dining. Over on this side, you've got your kitchen, and we've got a pretty good sized refrigerator, stove, and a sink with sprayer right here. Some overhead storage as well, and an exhaust vent right over the kitchen, which is great. Microwave there. Over here you've got your TV. Down below the TV you've got a fireplace. Nice for a little mood setting. And then back here, when we open this barn door area up, if you look in here, we have down here a little sofa area, but right above it is a bunk that folds up. And by the way, this is a slide out as well. This actually slides out of the camper and gives you a little bit more room back here, like an extra bedroom. So you can use this as a sofa, or you can use it as a dual bunk bed. On the opposite side in here is dual bunk beds. So you could sleep 4 people back here, no problem. There's storage underneath, some storage along here on the side, another exhaust vent up here, and a couple of windows as well. And heading up to the front is a whole nother area. Up here they've got a bathroom, and the bathroom has doors on both sides. It's a shower here. It's a pretty good sized shower actually. Not real tall, but they do have that little skylight for taller people. A little storage on the side here. The storage does not have doors on it, no cabinet doors, just shelving, sink, and over here is what looks to be a queen size bed and some storage cabinets. And this is also the other door heading out. In case you're curious about this particular camper, it is going for $37,000. And it's a little too big for what I would want. There is pass-through storage on front as well underneath that bed. And right here is our first hybrid trailer. You can see the pop-out section in the back. Just a soft pop-out section, much like a pop-up camper. The side is similar to the other campers, the Asdale material. This one's made by Rockwood. This is a Rockwood roof. Let's go take a look inside. As we're headed in, I noticed this one is going for $32,995. This is actually pretty spacious. And one of the pop-out areas is right here. And I don't think it's actually popped out, but it is right here, and this would pop out, give you another bed. That closes off right there. A little bit of overhead storage. TV, cabinets above and below. Also cabinets down here with, I believe, some pass-through storage. Got a dinette, seating for 4. This whole area slides out. Over here, got a little love seat. And on the other side is the kitchen. We got the microwave, stove, sink, refrigerator, and next to it is our bathroom. This looks like a interesting bathroom. Maybe a little small, I'm not sure. Let's turn a light on in here. Has these curved, rounded doors. I don't know how much room that actually provides. Looks a little bit smaller than the others. And here I am. Hi. We've got a sink down here. Toilet is at an angle, which at least gives you a little bit of leg room. There's some more storage right here. Overhead exhaust fan. And if we close this, here is where the other pop-out area is, and this one's popped out. This is the one we saw from outside. This is kind of nice. It's got a fan. Looks like there's a fan right here and a light. And then there's a storage area that kind of hangs, so you can put like your electronic devices. You see in the back there's some pockets. It's all mesh. But you can put your storage devices back there, larger items on top, and just before you go in, there's a storage area above up here, and a little area down here as well. One thing I'm not seeing, and maybe I'm missing it, I am not seeing any USB charging ports. Oh, there is one right here. It's an odd place for it, but it is right there. It seems like it would get in the way and get snapped off as you're going in and out. This is a very tiny area. Maybe about 2 feet wide going into that pop-up area. Now this particular camper has a feature that is rather interesting, and it is the toilet right behind the door here. Shower just to the side of that. I guess it makes sense because most of the time if you're camping and you go inside to use the bathroom, you don't have to trek through the entire camper just to get to the bathroom. There's also another door over here, so this is kind of like the bathroom door. This one also has a little bit of an outside area for cooking. Got the grill that pulls out, and the little small dormitory style refrigerator. And this one over here has a really nice outdoor cooking area. And the thing I like about it is this flips up and you can easily stand underneath it and stay out of the rain while you cook, so you're not getting wet. And now, mind you, there's an awning on most of these, but this one's nice. This is going to provide a little bit more shelter than the others. And there is the griddle. This one has a larger refrigerator. right here. And there's also a sink on this one too, so a little bit extra on this one. Well guys, believe it or not, that is just the first aisle, and there's probably about 17 or 18 aisles. So we're gonna continue on. Guys, check out the inside of this one. It is huge. It has a slide out on each side. Over here, the kitchen slides out. You've got your stove, your microwave, and a TV that slips inside. There's a fireplace down here. There's an island in this one with the sink. And then on the other side, check that out. That whole side slides out. And over there, we've got a little sofa and a dining table. Oh, this is awesome right here in the back. There's even a little study area, or an office if you want to call it that, which would be perfect for editing videos. And over here, the refrigerator and some storage as well. Well guys, this is the part of the video where my big fat fingers screwed up and hit the wrong button when I was trying to turn the power off and put the camera into slow motion mode, and during that mode it does not record audio. I was able to speed the video back up and get it back up to the normal frame rate, but I am overdubbing the audio for the rest of the video. I had originally intended to release this video over a month ago, but because of this, I was left with a video that didn't have any audio commentary for nearly 40 minutes. Now, you won't see that 40 minutes in the video because I usually edit down, but that's still a lot of work to do. So I do apologize guys, but I hope you appreciate my efforts on the rest of the video. So this control unit here tells you when your tanks are full, your black water, gray water, and your fresh water. You've got some thermostat controls here, and right down below is the battery level indicator. This one has a decent sized shower with the removable shower head. Some storage located just to the side of the shower. Also has the sunlight, and there's a vent. And medicine cabinets mirrored. Sink. Some storage below the sink. And then finally we have the toilet angled over here. The master bedroom has a king-size bed in the back, and there's also a retractable door that closes that off from the rest of the camper here. You'll notice there's nightstands, plenty of closet space as well in here. There's a window, some overhead storage, and there's also a little sunroof in here as well. Over on the side, got some outlets and USB chargers on both sides. By the way, this particular camper is an east-west. And one more thing I want to point out is down here in the front there is also a small area that has pass-through storage. And walking by this next one, I noticed that they have an ice maker, which is really handy to have when you're camping. There's also a flame top grill here. It's more like your traditional grill. Check this next one out, guys. If you're missing your deck at home, you can take one with you. This is a toy hauler, and the ramp of the toy hauler actually goes up and sits level, and there's like a little railing that you can put around this. The back of these is very configurable. I'm not showing that because there are people in here discussing things, and I didn't want to disrupt them. And over here we have a fifth wheel. I'm not a big fan of these, but they do have a ton of space. Just take a look at how much pass-through storage is on this. You'd fit anything in there. And finally, we have made it over to the GeoPros. This is the brand that I really like. They have done some amazing things with this particular brand. The design, the layout, the way it's built, just very impressive as far as campers go. It's not like some of the others where you can see and tell right off the bat that they're built cheaply. This one is built to last, and after watching some other YouTubers who own these, I have come to realize that they are built to last, and there are several people who camp in them full time, and travel all over the country, and they absolutely love them and say they hold up pretty darn good. The windows on here are one of the amazing things about this particular camper. It has the front windshield there. It's just like what you would see on your car. Real heavy duty stuff. And then on the sides, all the windows are frameless, which helps retain the heat or air conditioning and keep the temperature that you have set inside. Looks like this one is going for $26,000. And this is not the particular layout that I'm looking at. If you walk in, that's one thing you got to be careful about, is the height on the sides of this. And you'll see in a second, the roof is curved. Let's take a look at the bathroom. We've got a shower in the corner. Not my favorite style, the little corner shower. They do have a skylight in there, which is useful. There's an exhaust fan in there, toilet, sink, cabinet above and below. In the front we have I believe this is a queen size bed they put in these. A little bit of overhead storage, LED lights throughout. I think there's 8 of these. You can see one's off, one's on here. There's 8 of them in the camper. And then over here, we have a love seat, and this also turns into a bed. On the other side, we have microwave. We have a stove / oven. Ovens are kind of rare in these. Got a sink and some storage here. Like a little closet. There's a rod in there to hang some clothes and whatnot. And over here, underneath the bed, there is pass-through storage. Some of them have the lift-up style bed where you can lift up and access the storage that way. This one has a door that you can see I'm pointing to, and you can open the door and get to the pass-through storage there. I should also point out that the one we just looked at is not the particular style that I care for. However, this one right here is the style that I'm looking for. Let's head on inside and take a look around on this particular GeoPro. And just like in the other one, the bed is in the front. There is a window in the front, as well as on the side, overhead storage, and a TV. And then we have a slide out in this one, which is what I really like. And this gives you room to seat 4 comfortably. There's 3 windows in the slide out as well. There's a little bit of storage underneath those seats. Just adds a lot of extra room that the other one did not have. This is really cool too. I love this feature. These pop up and give you not only USB plugs, but there's also like regular outlets in there. And it simply pops right back down and stores away. Really convenient. Over on this side, sink, stove, oven. Again, surprised that they put an oven in here. Not too many of these have ovens. You lose some storage when you have that oven. Up above we have our AC unit, microwave over the refrigerator freezer, and a pantry just to the side of that for storage. A little small one underneath. And here's what I like. There's dual bunks. And both the bunks have windows. There's a window on the top here. And it does have a shade. I believe there's also a USB port. You can't see it. It's on the other side. And here's what I absolutely love. The bottom bunk folds up, and there's a door here. Okay? And the door opens. It's a pretty good sized door. You fold the bunk up, and you can actually fit bikes in here. You can fit all kinds of stuff. It's a huge amount of storage. And if you're not using this when you're traveling, which most people don't, it's easy to just flip that up and use it for storage. There's also a curtain that folds across, and then right next to it is the bathroom. This particular bathroom has a good layout as far as I'm concerned. The only thing you notice is
they don't put sinks in too many of these, so they put these little crazy little corner sinks in the tub. And it works, I guess, if you really had to have a sink, but you are only 4 feet away from the kitchen sink if you don't mind using that. So either way, there is a sink in here if you really want to use it. Personally, I think I'd rather have the extra space instead of that. This little blue tube down here is a water recirculation thing, so you don't fill up your gray water tank using the shower trying to get the water hot. Convenient feature that they put in these new ones. It recycles the water until it gets hot, and then you can just turn it off and start using it. There's an overhead fan, storage cabinet, and mirror as well. All right, and now the outside. Here's that front windshield we talked about earlier. There's lights underneath it. And pass-through storage right under the bed. The slide out is located right here. And here's the door that we were talking about. Remember I said that opens up, you can get bikes in there if you flip up the bunk? Super cool feature. And it does lock too. And I believe you can lock or unlock this from the inside as well. And around the back side, there's also a ladder to get to the top because this thing's got solar panels as well. And right over here we have a pop-up. Not too many companies still making these, but Rockwood is, and here's a Rockwood pop-up. They are extremely expensive for what they are. Pop-ups don't have great resale value. They don't hold up as well just because they're, it's a tent on wheels. And this one's going for $15,000 basically. It does have the little dorm fridge, 3-burner stove, a sink, and you have a little bit of storage underneath. I do have to say the colors in here are much improved over the years. There's a little bit of overhead storage that collapses down. We've added that to ours as well. They have these lights with fans built in, and the little hammock to put your belongings and your iPads and whatnot to store and charge. This one has a slide out, and the slide out has the kitchen dinette table. Looks like you can seat 4 in here comfortably. I did notice that it's still very cheaply built. The cushions have Velcro that's sewn to the vinyl coverings to hold the cushions in place, and there's nothing but plywood underneath with another strip of Velcro. And I just don't see that holding up very long at all. Even the one that I have that was built in the 90s does not have that, and it was built a lot better back then. And then over here on the side they have a couch, and as you'll notice both here and in the next one, for display purposes at the camper show, they don't put the sides on these pop-ups. They want them to look open and inviting. Now this little tiny one here is actually smaller than my pop-up, and this one is currently selling for $10,000. Aside from some updated colors and patterns, this really doesn't have anything that I don't have in my pop-up. A lot of the new improvements they've added to these, such as USB chargers and LED lights, I've already added to mine. Now this next pop-up that we're going to look at is what they call a high wall, and the walls around the sides of the pop-up are quite a bit higher, which allows you to do things like get your countertops to actual countertop height and have higher seat cushions so that they actually come up further up on your back instead of being kind of at your lower back. This one's not bad. Nice looking. It's got a big dinette table here, kind of a horseshoe shaped dinette table. As you can see, there's a actual stove and oven in this one. I don't know who'd want to use an oven in a pop-up, but it's there. Dual sink. It's rather interesting. And the microwave down here. And look at the size of the refrigerator. Did you see that? It's not a little dorm fridge, it's a little bit bigger. So there is an advantage to the high wall pop-up. But there's also a price difference. And by the way, there's a little, what they call a wet bath here. You can actually take a shower in here. There's a curtain that wraps around this, kind of encloses the whole thing. You can see the track at the top there. And you take a shower in there, and it's also your toilet. You can see the shower head there. And there's the back end bunk. So it has some speakers in it. USB port there, and an outlet. And next up, check out this teardrop camper. These might be some of the most overpriced campers there are. I like the concept, I really do. It's a bed on wheels. You're going to sleep comfortably. You got air, you got a vent, you got some overhead storage for some various things. There's outlets, there's a TV, there's all kinds of important things that you might need when you go to bed. There are doors on both sides. There's looks like there's a smoke detector up there as well. There's lights. So it does have everything you would really need. But here's the kicker. These are not cheap at all. I realize it's lightweight and it doesn't cost a whole lot to pull this behind your car because it's not real heavy and you can pull it with just about anything. But believe it or not, this little thing goes for $11,000. It's more than the pop-up. Can you believe that? It seems crazy to me. Oh, and this one actually has like a little, if you want to call it an outdoor kitchen, I guess you could call it that. It's got a little sink, a cooler, and a little countertop to do some cooking on. There's a little 2-burner stove under there. Now this one here is a little bit bigger. You get a little bit more room to it. And you get a little bit more in this, but you're looking at about $14,000 here. It's got some pass-through storage. You're not going to put much under there, maybe a toolbox. But you do get a wet bath, a countertop, a refrigerator, a microwave, a stove. There's a sink over here, and your AC unit right there. Got your exhaust fan up on top. And there is also a sleeping area in the back. That table will collapse down and the cushions go on top, and it provides a nice sleeping area. They even put some overhead storage in this one. And right over here, a vintage brand camper. Look at those hubcaps. It's got that turquoise color going. This one's $26,000, and it is updated. It's got Asdale siding on it, so it's a little bit higher quality. And look at the inside. It's got that old-time wood look with that turquoise going on and the stripes down the seats. Very old-fashioned looking, but also very modern. I mean, look at the stereo up there. Got kind of a modern-looking stereo and modern stove and microwave. So it seems to have all of the modern necessities in here. And look at that, they even have a turquoise refrigerator in here and freezer. Place for your TV and your control panel. Got an average sized shower for a camper, not bad. And then here is the bed. This looks like a queen size. Again, with that antique kind of wood look, it almost feels like you're at a cabin. The curtains and everything. And then this is the bathroom, I believe. And another thing I wanted to point out is that the wall here of the bathroom is curved right there at the bed area. Kind of interesting. Inside here, we've got a overhead fan. We've got a sink, small countertop, and there's the medicine cabinet. Hello. And then the toilet right there. And And right here, another vintage brand camper. This one, the color is red. We've got that same wood inside. This time, instead of turquoise, we got red, and there's a couch in here. And pretty much the same setup: sink, stove, microwave. Got the refrigerator there. It's red this time. The shower, it looks like the shower and the bathroom are reversed on sides. And everything else is pretty much identical. And right here we have our first mini motorhome. And I'm not going to go through this one and show you everything inside. It's, you know, it's a mini motorhome, but what I wanted to show you is look at that price, $80,000. $80,000. And, you know, if something goes wrong when you're on the road and you need to have the engine serviced or something like that, you are in big trouble. Now, guys, take a look at the price on this one, $116,000. This is a Sprinter van conversion, so it's a large van that has been converted into a living space. Now, this does have all the conveniences that you'd need. There's 2-burner stove here. You've got your sink here. There's a couple cabinets underneath. You've got your refrigerator and freezer. Some convenient storage. Very well laid out. Over here we've got a full wet bath. So shower and toilet all in one, and then here is where you'd be driving the vehicle. Taking a look in the backside here, you can see that there are 2 couches, and there's also a looks like a screen that you can put down, so if you want to leave the back doors open and get some fresh air, you can. I did think that these little couches were unique in that you can flip up the back half and kind of turn them into loungers. That's different. Never seen that before, but I believe there's also a center section that will fill in and make this one giant bed if you want. And there's also an AC unit and overhead storage. Alright guys, well, I saw this one and I peeked in the window and I cannot believe how big this looks inside. It looks like a house. This does not look like a camper. Check this place out. It is absolutely amazing. Look, there's a fireplace below the big screen TV. There's like an entertainment center with glass cabinets. You got a full-size dining table with 4 chairs. Over here, the refrigerator and the kitchen, which has a wraparound kitchen. I absolutely love this. Very well laid out, very nice. It's actually not much smaller than my kitchen at home. So pretty cool. And then the other thing that I liked is the quality of the countertops. These are a not a laminate like they put in most. This is a manufactured resin of some sort, so it's the same material all the way through. It's not going to warp. It's not going to get scratches and show really bad because it's the same material. Check these recliners out. These are very cool. The recliners actually have a massaging and a heat feature in them. How cool is that? So not only can you recline, you can massage and you can heat. Is this a spa or is this a camper? Amazing. There's overhead storage above these. And then towards the front up here, I believe this is going to be the bathroom. Yep. We've got a shower, average size shower, toilet and sink. And just the other side of that, this door, I believe, leads to the master bedroom. Yep. And here we go. Oh my gosh, guys, check that out. There's like a day bed in here. A full king-size bed, and then there's a day bed. I mean, that's just amazing. And the window, that is really cool. That's really neat as well. There's a little fireplace and a mantle above it. Got a window above that. Very luxurious. That is really cool. I do like this area here. Looks like there's charging stations back here too, so you could sit here, maybe read a book, or check your email, or just browse the internet, or whatever you want to do. But you can do it while you're camping, so it's kind of cool. I also like the wood that's in here, that rustic barn look to it. storage back here as well. Looks like the room is equipped with all kinds of controls. Very nice indeed. And the outside has a full kitchen. Looks like we've got a sink, refrigerator, cabinets, a pull-out grill, counter space, and some electrical outlets for like a coffee pot. This would be ideal. And the door flips up so you're out of the elements. The price for all this luxury is $62,000. Alright guys, and now I want to show you what a Class A looks like. You've probably seen these driving down the road. Maybe you've wondered, what does it look like inside? How much do these cost? Well, let's take a look and find out. This one right here will set you back $170,000. Now let's take a look inside, and you guys tell me, is this $170,000 worth of relaxation? I don't know. You have some comfortable couches here and a nice big table. You'll notice the table and the couches have cup holders. That's because this particular vehicle is one you can ride in and sit anywhere you want while you're driving. It is a RV. This is a motorhome on wheels. Got covers for your kitchen sink there, microwave, stove. Look at the size of this refrigerator and the freezer on top. Everything has double doors, so this is pretty good size. Back here, you've got double bunks. And on the other side, we have a bathroom, toilet, sink, and shower. And then we have the master suite with a king-size bed. And there's also, you're going to see in a second, there's also a bathroom in here. There's an entertainment area with cabinets and a TV. And then you've got the master bath. So there are 2 bathrooms in this. And look at this one. This one's actually tiled. This is almost like what you'd see in your home. Good size shower there. And up next here is an A-frame, and this is kind of like a pop-up. It does fold flat just like your pop-ups do. The only difference is it's all hard-sided, and it's similar to like an A-frame cabin that you might see up north. So these, a little bit better as far as the heat and air efficiency. They hold the temperature a little bit better. They also hold up a little bit longer because they are not a tent like a normal pop-up. So they do have some unique features. However, I do feel that they're a little bit smaller. Well guys, take a look at this one. This particular A-frame has pop-ups on the A-frame itself, and they stick out the ends, giving you kind of like extra room in the bunk area. Quite a bit different. There's an extra window that faces out. It's almost like a full-size camper the way it's designed, and it pops down just like a pop-up all the way till it's flat. Here's a look at the inside. You can see that extra space. It adds quite a bit. You still have the open area on the sides there with the windows. It's pretty good size when it pops out. It gives you quite a bit of room. You can stand up over here. Not a problem. Very unique the way this is designed. Very sturdy, and it looks like it would last quite a bit longer than a regular pop-up. There's also a sink and stove and all that good stuff, just like you'd find in a regular pop-up. Countertops. This one even has a toilet in it. And there's bunks at each end to sleep on, one of which turns into a dinette. There's your stove, microwave, and fridge. And down here, the dinette that turns into a bed. Well guys, this is the second to the last aisle, and it's full of Airstreams. Now, I don't know about you, but I've never actually been inside of an Airstream, and I really kind of want to check it out. I know that they don't really change their appearance too much on the outside over the years, so let's take a look and see what these are about. And there you go. The price on this is $115,000. And I'm sure a lot of it has to do with the materials used. All that aluminum on the outside makes things expensive. And this is actually really nice on the inside. It's kind of luxurious looking for a camper that you pull along with your vehicle. Wow, look at this front end. I love that window all the way across, very rounded. I'm not sure I like the split beds, but I'm sure there's a way to fill that in. And looking further back, here's the dining area. And I think this is probably the bathroom here. Look at that porthole for the bathroom. Kind of reminds me a little bit of an airplane, the way it's curvy inside. You got your sink and your toilet and your shower right here. Small shower, but convenient. And that is the inside of an Airstream, guys. Love that window. Really cool. And check this thing out. It's called Barefoot. It's really round. It kind of looks like a grayish blue egg. And the outside is a fiberglass material. Kind of interesting. And again, with the curvy airplane style bathroom, kind of interesting. This is a wet bath, a little more roomy than most of the wet baths we've seen. This one seems to be both retro and modern at the same time, with some of the retro stylings and the modern colors. Well guys, I hope I was able to provide you with some good information on campers and RVs. If you're looking to get into camping, this is a great place to start. There's a lot of different campers to see and a lot of different campsites that come as well and display what they have to offer. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to click on that compass so you can stay subscribed to future videos just like this one. And remember, adventure is just a short drive away.